The flourishing SME segment in the country has never been more empowering in the new normal as we break through with resilience and grit to recover and adapt to digitalization through the entrepreneurial spirit. In a time when community sellers, home-based businesses, and aspiring local entrepreneurs are responding to the daily needs of Filipinos today, data connectivity has never been more significant for everyday living. Converge Business SME Services is at the forefront of this breakthrough. From the humble beginnings of Dennis Uy, Converge Business aims to serve the underserved, believing that we can grow our own small businesses, that we are all SMEs. Making Converge Business as your primary source can boost your advantage and growth. With its world-class fiber optic network, micro-entrepreneurs gain more advantage in the current digital arena with robust technology that can seize opportunities to go all digital. Entrepreneurs humbly begin with a vision to grow and expand through their passion and determination. In the competitive business landscape, small to medium enterprises need to adapt services and products to reach more Filipinos here and around the world. As a primary provider, Converge is a world-class ICT company with the most resilient and superior fiber optic service in the Philippines that continues to delight millions of its users in the consumer space, serving a growing number of business clients in the SME, enterprise, and wholesale segment. Converge Business is for SMEs, providing a partnership that offers subscription models that allow businesses more options and flexibility. It is your own gateway to the world, a partner to springboard your success. Leveraging on our strong network architecture, Converge Business can provide impactful broadband solutions to your business. With Converge Business SME services, equip your business with the right tool to jumpstart your progress to the next level. We leverage on innovative technologies to bring you what matters: results. It is time to be in control. Converge Business SME Services. Results mean progress.
The Filipino entrepreneur is innovative. That's one. And they're very creative also. That's our things. And not just on that, they are really think out of the box. You are innovative guy. You deep thinkers. So when the pandemic hit us, this SME, if they have fast thinker, fast innovate, and fast transform, went to digital, there's a lot of opportunity. When you have the basic requirement to transform in the digital during this pandemic is the digital highway, which is, lucky enough, this is my business. And we built this digital highway for the transform of these SMEs. I think this is sort of like a survival. Well, when you start in hardship, you grew up with a hardship. During my younger age, hindi ko na natikman yung tipong you have this good opportunity to play with your classmates. Whatever spare of time I have, I want to maximize my time. When I start really small. This is really SME type. My technical, I have employee number one stay with me. I'm the one driving and climbing the pole to lay down these wires. I seen the technology roadmap. Start with dial-up days. I'm in the computer. And innovation of cable internet. Innovation with fiber. So now in the cloud. So you can see the whole landscape. Without this fiber technology, this new digital highway we built, you cannot not have quality of connection. Digital broadband, digital communication nowadays is very essential. And if you notice, even you're rich or you're poor, no, they need a stable, high-speed, and quality connection. Right ng tao na meron access ng high quality of broadband. When there's a crisis, there's always have opportunity. So, pandemic hit us. This is a crisis the whole world. No? So that's why important you are really ready for your infrastructure. We found our service become a lifeline of the individual because of you need to have a quality and stable connection. No? And good thing during this pandemic, we put more resources. This should be a right to aid individual usage, no? Regardless of what business you have, big or small. But if you ask me to advise SME how they can be successful in the business, number one, you need to have a passion in your business. Number two, you need to have a deep knowledgeable on your line of business. Don't come to the business you don't understand. They just tell you, oh, this kind of business is a follow. There is no such thing successful. You just follow someone. We link the whole country, and this underserved and unserved area, we make sure by 2023 or 2024, we will reach them. We give them a digital highway. The digital highway, we uplift them to connect to the whole, not just on the Philippines, the whole world. This is the digital highway. Virtually, you can see, you can bring your business in virtual world. So that's the key role of the Converge now.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Converge. Let's talk flexiBIZness. I'm Addie, and I will be your host for today's very special event. Now, before we start with our program, I'd just like to remind everyone present in Zoom to please rename yourselves in Zoom to your registered full names so we can identify you. Now, please be reminded as well to mute your microphone to avoid unnecessary noise during the program. Now, if any assistance is needed, you may chat with any of our co-hosts in the Zoom or simply type your questions in our chat box. Now, if you are all settled, then let's begin! Magandang hapon ulit sa inyong lahat. Sana ay nakakain na kayo ng lunch ninyo. And I see that we have a lot of guests here with us today. And of course, we want to know, taga saan kaya ang ating mga guests ngayon? Kaya alamin natin yan, mag-attendance check muna tayo. So type in the chat box kung taga saan ka at kung saan kilala o sikat ang lugar ninyo. Okay, so ako muna. I am actually originally from Dumaguete. Yan, yun yung province ng daddy ko. And Dumaguete is known for so many different things. We have dolphin watching, we have Apo Island, diba? May San Cristobal pa kami doon, diba? So many different things that Dumaguete is known for, diba? May mga sandbar pa, white sand beaches, ayan, ang dami kong examples. Of course, we want to know, taga saan ka and kung saan kilala or sikat ang lugar ninyo. Okay, so let's see. I love reading all your answers in the chat. Ayan. Oh, ang dami nagpa-present. So we have Don from Santa Rosa. Hello. Okay, so we have Scott Bartolome from Iloilo City, known for La Paz Batchoy. Oy, ang sarap ng La Paz Batchoy. Galing palang Iloilo yon. Okay, so we also have Renato from Saria, Quezon, Special Pinagong. Wow, parang puro pagkain yung mga example natin. So we also have Don from Santa Rosa, Laguna, Enchanted Kingdom. Wow, EK. Oy, ang saya-saya talaga doon. Okay, and we also have Antoinette from Kamalig Albay, Mayon Volcano. Oy, ang ganda rin ng volcano. Okay, so we also have Florence from Vinzons Municipal, okay? And then we also have, we have Annabelle from Davao. Oy, durian. O, diba? Ang dami-daming favorite talaga yung durian. All right. So thank you very much to all of your wonderful answers. And if you have noticed, every one of us has their own different answer as to what is popular in our community. So for some, it's lapas batchoy. O, diba? Pagkain talaga. Yung iba volcano naman. O, diba? Mayon volcano. And for others, it is also different locations. O, durian. May nagdurian pa kanina. But what is common among all these is that it is not fixed. So there will always be something new that emerges, new trends that develop as time marches on, as they say. And businesses today must now learn to adapt to these changes and know how to stay one step ahead of the trends and the competition. Now, with the proper knowledge and skills, one can easily learn the trends and analyze the competition. But to emerge on top requires something more. It requires the mindset of a champion and a challenger, one who is ready to succeed, to fail, and to bounce back. That is why today we are going to know more about branding for success, building your brand identity in today's topic. And we also have a very special promo for today where those who apply during today's event will get free installation service. O, diba? What a great deal. So interested applicants must fill out the application form and submit requirements within 7 days to avail of the free installation promo. So you guys must be part of the registration database to qualify. Now, for viewers who are interested to apply for Converge Internet, we will also be discussing more details later. So please express your intent to apply and ask your queries to our Converge representatives in our breakout session. And of course, we are also going to have a raffle draw where we will be giving away lots and lots of prizes. So for today, we'll be giving away 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers to one lucky winner. Isn't that exciting? And of course, we have, on top of that, we will also be giving away a major prize of 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers to one lucky winner. Kaya abangan nyo yan mamaya. And of course, we have a feedback form that we encourage everyone to answer in the latter part of the program. So those who will fill out this form will get a chance to win 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. And remember that substance is key. So only the feedback with substance are actually qualified for this giveaway. So don't forget to put some thought into the form when you submit it at the end of the program. And don't forget that we are also on Facebook. You can like and follow our Facebook page, that is Converge for SME, for more business tips and updates. And now, to officially welcome all of you, let us give a virtual round of applause to the SME Trade Marketing and Business Development Manager, Sir Chot Camacho.
Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. I see ang dami po nating mga participants today. We are at around 133 participants. Okay, so alam nyo, when we started this series of Let's Talk FlexiBIZness, we were only doing around 30 to 40 participants per session. But now I'm really glad to see how we've grown. We're already at 134. And similarly, like Converge, FlexiBiz is growing and branching out more and more dito para makatulong sa ating mga kasamahan. In fact, I'm looking over dito sa mga kasama natin. I see that we have participants from all over the place. Naandyan po si Air Freight 2100 from Kawayan. We also have the Barangay Hall of Pandan galing Real. Down naman in Mindanao, naandyan yung STTC sa Tagum. And for South Luzon, I see that we have Daylight Post Veterinary Clinic. So magandang hapon po sa inyo. We also have the LGU from Lagayan in Bangged. If I'm not mistaken, Bangged sa Abra po ito. Meron din mga tayong mga kasama like St. Francis Drug Store dito po sa Marikina in Metro Manila. We also have True Life UK from Calamba. And then before I continue, I just like to mention a few of our friends dito po sa Mindanao from the MSWDO sa Malungon, Sarangani Province, the Office of the Municipal Budget sa Malungon, the Bansalan Multipurpose Cooperative dito sa Davao del Sur, and then si Mr. and Miss Jumao and Mr. Buluran of Kidapawan, North Cotabato. So magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. So before I begin, I just like to say a few words first about myself. So again, I'm Chot Camacho. I'm looking after the regional and trade marketing business development for SME. I've been in the sales, marketing, and trade marketing industry for the past 22, 23 years already. And I'm glad to say that during this time, nakita ko po how SMEs have grown and how you have contributed to the re-emergence of this country from this pandemic. Sabi nga ni Sir Dennis kanina, the SMEs, you are fast thinkers. You can easily innovate and adapt. And nakita po namin na yung adaptation nyo, especially taking your business to the digital highway, has really contributed a lot to our growth in this country. So maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga SMEs na naandyan. And then I just have a short presentation before I turn you over to Miss Addy. I'm pretty sure you would probably want to see her face more than mine kasi Miss Addy po ay napakamaganda, napakabait at napakamagaling na host po yan. So just allow me a few seconds para lang mag-share lang po ako. Okay, if everybody can see my screen. So today I'll be talking about SME. So sabi nga ni Sir Dennis, one of the things that Converge wants to do is to provide internet service, reliable internet service to those underserved areas. Okay, and the reason why is because we realize that the next generation of the Filipino entrepreneurs, ito po ang kailangan natin para mag-succeed po tayo. You know, technology and connectivity will be the ones to uplift our country. All right. You know, as of today, Converge has been a company. We're a very stable company. We've been in the industry for 29 years already dito. So hindi po kami some fly-by-night company. We're not here, then bukas mawala na kami. So our support is here for you. In fact, we have the third largest internet backbone in the company. Now, there's also, I just like to also say that there's a little correction or clarification. When we talk about backbone, this includes po yung not just yung fiber lines but also the copper lines. Okay, this also includes yung mga nalatag po na old technology ng ating mga competition for the past decade, you know. But si Converge po, I'm glad to say, we are the only one who can claim that we have pure end-to-end fiber. Ang ibig sabihin po nun, wala pong copper, wala pong old technology, wala pong cable dun sa aming system. So you will be, if you join Converge, you will be experiencing the newest and most up-to-date fiber technology in the country. In fact, there's already 1.8 million people who are enjoying this service. And hopefully at the end of this day, you will be added to this number, okay? And aside from that, there are also 4,500 employees who are looking after your interests, okay? Nandyan po kami, nandito po kami para tumulong sa inyo at mabigyan kayo ng the best internet experience available. In fact, because of this backbone, this number of employees, there's already 60,000 business customers nationwide. Okay, so this is composed of SMEs, this is composed of enterprise solutions. 60,000 na po tayo dyan. And day by day, this number is exponentially growing and growing. Okay, so ano yung sabihin po niyan? These 60,000, that's a very significant number. Okay, if you think of it, bakit po 60,000 na tayo? Because those people who've tried Converge have a tendency to stay with Converge. Hindi po siya lumilipat sa competition. Hindi po sila nagpapalit ng provider because they are happy, they're satisfied. And yan po ang binibigay ng Converge. SME services is the satisfaction that your business, your online presence are in good hands with Converge. Okay. Now, before I end, I'm pretty sure iba sa inyo nakarinig na ng balita that some providers are experiencing very slow internet lately. Okay? Ang reason po nun is nagkaroon po sila ng fiber cut. Naputulan po yung linya nila going outside the Philippines. Okay, why is this very significant? Okay, because unlike the other ISPs, Converge has 5 international cables going in and out of the country. 5 po ang ating international point of presence. And in fact, we are working on our 6th internet undersea cable, which we will be launching or switching on by the end of this year. Ito po yung nakikita yung dotted line na itim sa ilalim na tumatawid po from Singapore papuntang Davao. Okay, so ano po ibig sabihin itong 5 international POP? Ibig sabihin po niyan, pag meron po isa dyan, 2 dyan, 3, or even 4 ang maputol, meron ka pang isang redundancy na naiiwan. So even if we have multiple breaks in our fiber network, you can rest assured that you will not lose connectivity because Converge has 5 international POPs. And out of these international POPs, we ensure na hindi po to saturated, na hindi po to napupuno. Na always may available bandwidth papunta at palabas po ng bansa. Because even if we are at 1.8 terabytes per second capacity, we are only utilizing 60%. Bakit po natin i-utilize 60%? Para meron tayong buffer. Meron tayong extra. Para pag may nangyari po sa cable system natin going outside of the Philippines, meron po tayong ibang dadaanan. Okay, so with that, that ends my presentation. So again, I'd like to thank everyone here in this Zoom call. I'd like to thank Adi, our host. And please remember, everybody in this Zoom call, should you avail of Converge with this opportunity, you get 5,000 pesos off your installation fee. That is a very, very good offer. Sayang po yun. So I hope at the end of this day, you can join our company, you can join us, and we will be able to provide you and show you kung ano po ang sabihin ng Converge SME services. Maraming salamat po and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Chot, for that very kind and insightful introduction. And now that we have heard from our SME Trade Marketing and Business Development Manager, we have something to show you to officially introduce how Converge Business can help our SMEs. Everyone, let's watch this.
Introducing Converge flexiBIZ. Be in control with your daily connection needs for maximum productivity. With its time-of-day technology, you can boost your connectivity when you need it the most. Customize your connection's performance to fit your business needs. Have it at an all-time peak, or adjust speeds during hours of the day, whatever your business needs to support. Enjoy value for your money with a budget-friendly, reliable, and flexible package made for you. No data cap. Stream on pure fiber connection that you deserve.
This is perfect to manage our costs, especially if business is picking up.
Another thing that this pandemic has become an advantage on our end is it accelerated the need for this technology.
This is the kind of customized service that could turn trying times into thriving ones.
It is a worthy investment because it is made for us, for you.
Converge flexiBIZ. It's time to take control. Contact us to know more.
Wow, what a great video. And now it is time to learn more on branding for success. So building your brand identity. And now to provide us with the knowledge and power to succeed, let us welcome our very special guest, brand strategist, Mr. Jason Cruz.
Hi, everybody. Just a quick sound check. If you can hear me, give a thumbs up on the reaction button. Pero if you are in a place where nagda-drive po kayo, please do not touch your phone, just listen in. So safety first. Okay, thank you for the introduction. Let me share my my screen so that we can start our session. For the organizers, how can I share my screen? Their audio is okay, right? Okay, good. I'm getting thumbs ups. I am just looking for the option to share my screen. May nagre-raise ng hand. May I know who's that? It says nasa baba. Let me just check. I am not seeing an option to share my screen. Okay, apologies for the technical difficulty. Verifeed team. I don't have a share screen button. Okay, in any case, I can already start sharing my
Hello, everyone. So we wanted to take this chance to remind all of you that we have a very special promo just for today, where those who apply during today's event will get free installation service. O, diba? What a great deal. And diba, as we mentioned earlier, 5,000 pesos po ang ating installation service. So you will actually get to save 5,000 pesos, o diba, if you avail of our special promo for today, all right? So interested applicants must fill out our application form and submit requirements within 7 days to avail of the free installation promo. So you guys must be part of the registration database to qualify. Now, for viewers who are interested to apply for Converge Internet, we will also be discussing more details later sa ating breakout sessions. So please express your intent to apply and ask your queries to our Converge representatives in our breakout session. And of course, later on, we are also going to have a raffle draw. And you know, you are all very, very excited for our raffle draw because we will be giving away lots of prizes. So for today, our first prize will be 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers to one lucky winner. Isn't that exciting? Grabe, may pang shopping ka na. And on top of that, we will also be giving away a major prize of 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers to one lucky winner. Kaya abangan nyo yan mamaya. Alright? Very, very exciting yung ating raffle draw. So make sure that you stay until the end para makasama kayo sa ating raffle draw. Okay? So we also have a feedback form that we encourage everyone to answer in the latter part of the program. So you just have to scan this QR code and then you can actually answer our feedback form. Okay? Now, those who will fill out this form actually get a chance to win 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. And remember that substance is key. So only the feedback with substance will actually be qualified for this giveaway. So don't forget to put some thought to the form when you submit it at the end of the program. All right. And don't forget that we are also on Facebook. So you can like and follow our Facebook page. That's Converge for SME for more business tips and updates. All right. So we have so many reminders for everyone. And of course, you know, for today's topic, this is something that's very helpful for everyone. I mean, even if you're not a business owner, if you're just, you know, building your business, building your brand identity. So branding for success and building your brand identity is something that's very, very important. So we would now like to introduce once again our very special guest who will provide us with the knowledge and powers to succeed. So let us welcome back once again on screen, brand strategist, Mr. Jason Cruz.
Hi, everybody. All right, so major apologies for the tech problem. Pero what we'll do is we'll share the screen via the Converge team, and then I will take you through the points. And syempre, we will share with you a copy of the slides if you want, so that it can help you in your business. All right, so Converge team, ready to share? Perfect. Okay, we can go straight to the next couple of slides. So, this is the first session. This is divided into two sessions. So for all the attendees here, and if nag-attend na kayo at any point in time in the last 2.5 years for a DTI-led SME sessions, I am actually the person who is also sharing with the SMEs on how to build your business in a post-pandemic Philippines. So we can go to the next couple of slides. You don't have to introduce me anymore. Let's just go. Yep. So as introduced earlier, I'm Jason. So you can look for me on LinkedIn. And if you need any additional business advice, you can usually send me a message there. And I promise I always reply to everyone who is inquiring. All right. Next slide, please. Let's get to the meat of the session. So our agenda for today is to help you understand ano yung fundamentals on how you can stand out in the right way. When you think of branding, ang unang iniisip ng tao is usually, yung logo natin, yung font ng brand, di ba? Anong kulay ang dapat piliin for the brand? But those are all small parts of what a brand identity is. Next slide, please. So, next slide, please. Yung my two pictures. All right. So these two pictures, these two brands, I've actually had the opportunity to handle one of them in the early days of my career. If nakita nyo to in any country in the world, if you've touched their product, wherever you are, no matter the generation of the product, alam na alam nyo, di ba, what brand it is. Look at Coca-Cola and also look at Apple. For many of us, we've seen all of these. Maybe you've had Coke kanina during lunch. Maybe you're using an Apple device right now. But they are two very strong examples of what good branding is. What we like to tell people whenever we talk about Coke, kasi Coke was my client about 11 years ago. even in the dark, as in madilim, alam na alam niyo, di ba? Ano yung itsura ng Coke bottle? You know exactly what the brand is. And when I say Coke, ang daming memories siguro that's popping up in your minds. For example, maybe it's a birthday, it was a good lunch, or a family dinner. Di ba may mga memories na natitrigger? And for Apple, think about it, di ba? These are products na aspirational. You want to own it. You like having the products. They're very easy to use. Siya yung tipong product na pag nasa coffee shop ka at nagsusulat ka ng presentation for your business, nakaka-proud di ba? To have an Apple product. If you have AirPods, di ba? Parang nakaka-proud to wear it. That's the kind of branding that I want all of you to aspire for. A brand na alam agad ng tao, in a snap of a finger, alam nila agad what your brand is. So, to get to that stage, I want to share with you 3 fundamental ideas on how you can get started. Next slide, please. All right. So, as I mentioned earlier, when you try to describe a brand, it can be quite difficult, diba? Ano ba yung brand nyo? Diba? If you ask me for my company, ask me what my brand is, I'm going to think for a few seconds before I can answer you. The goal is that you have to instinctively know what it is. Without any explanation, alam nyo na agad what that brand is. Next slide, please. Okay, step number 1 is to know what we call your unique value proposition. And the word unique value proposition, common phrase siya sa marketing. And it really means unique. Dapat sa inyo lang yan. Value proposition is what are you giving to your audience. For many SMEs, ang unang maiisip mo is a good product. That's really good that you start with a good product. But it's usually not enough. Why? Because madami kang kalaban. For example, if you're selling coffee, may coffee shop kayo, diba? One branch in Laguna. Your coffee shop, sino ang kalaban nyo dyan? Every single other coffee shop out there. If there is a coffee shop beside you na mas mura by 1 peso, actually, talo ka na. Diba? If the product is exactly the same quality, your process is exactly the same, yung size ng kape exactly the same, kung mas mura yung kalaban by 1 peso, actually matatalo ka doon. That's why your branding is very important. What is that thing na hindi related necessarily sa product nyo, hindi related necessarily sa price? What is it that makes your brand valuable to your customers? What makes it relevant? Paano sila nakaka-relate sa'yo? What's the value? What do they get? And most of the time, it's not about are they getting money or are they getting more? It's what do you make them feel? That's what Coke and Apple does. Coca-Cola, pag nandyan siya sa mesa before eating, parang mas masaya, di ba? Mas level up yung lunch, mas level up yung birthday. And an Apple product, parang mas level up yung mga tech gadgets nyo. So it adds that emotional value to your customer. So that's the next one. And what you want is a value proposition that is timeless or safe from trends. This is the biggest danger for many brands. Yung gusto natin yung trendy, gusto natin yung uso ngayon. That is fine, pero think about Coke that's more than 100 years old. Diba? Some of the best brands in the world are decades old. Apple is not a baby. Apple's been around for what, 30 plus years? So they are timeless. They are safe from trends. It's not always easy because a good unique value proposition can sometimes sound boring because that's what makes it timeless, right? Coke is happiness. For Apple, it's about unlocking or unleashing your creative self. And the most important thing about the unique value proposition is kailangan totoo siya. Hindi pwedeng invento. All right? Kailangan totoo siya. Next slide, please. So to develop your unique value proposition, this is a very simple framework na ginagamit ng mga brand strategists like myself, what you're good at, what your audience or what your target market needs, and what is your unique context or what is your unique perspective. This is not an easy exercise for many brands. Years bago nila mahanap what is their actual unique value proposition. Pero if you can use this framework and start thinking about your unique value proposition, magle-level up talaga yung business niyo. Next slide, please. Next is to develop your content plan. What is very amazing for me in the digital age is that the first time a customer will experience your brand is not really the first time they buy it. The first time they will experience your brand or encounter your brand is usually through your mobile phones, your mobile devices, which is why your content is very important. Think about it. Kunwari, you own a travel agency. I don't think people are going to go into your actual travel agency for them to experience you for the first time. Baka they've seen your ads on Facebook. Baka they've checked your Instagram posts. Baka may nag-Google review sa inyo, di ba? So nabasa nila yan online, on digital. And that's that's the mindset that you should have, that your content is usually the first time your customer will experience your brand. For example, I think Converge is a really good example dito sa condo namin. We didn't call Converge to apply for a line right away. We found it out on Facebook, di ba? Nagtanong-tanong sa mga Viber groups, ano ba available dito sa area? And then nagbasa din kami ng mga promo reviews on Facebook and mga Facebook groups. And yung mga neighbors namin pala, okay naman pala. So a lot of us signed up for Converge when we moved into this condo. So you see, the way we even experience a big brand like Converge is not straight at the seller or the store. We experience it first on content. So when you think about your content, this is a 5-step framework on how I would do it for all my clients. Why do I want to say something? How do I want to say it? What do I want to say? When do I want to say it? And where? Where is the most, I guess, the simplest one? Kasi pwede ka yung pumili which platform you want to say your message on. For the Philippines, it's a very simple decision. Usually, it's Facebook. But it depends on your business. If you're a food business, fashion, travel, most of the time, baka Instagram is better for you. If yung target market nyo is a bit younger, a bit more mobile, then baka TikTok and Instagram is better for you. So the where part is the simplest. But if you have to spend time on your content plan, pag-isipan nyo talaga yung why do you want to say something. A lot of brands want to jump on trends pero wala namang sense, di ba? Walang connect dun sa negosyo. So you don't want to create content that has nothing to do with your business. Next slide, please. And finally, my last point for today's crash course on brand identity is your engagement plan. And I think this is something that companies, for big companies, like Converge, can also learn from. It's that hindi naman lahat ng engagement from your customers are equal, right? So there are some engagement that are positive. For example, somebody tells you na nag-leave ng reviews sa Facebook niya na grabe, sobrang okay yung brand na to. That's good. That's good for you. We call that a positive engagement. If it's the opposite, which is negative, we call that a bad engagement. If parang wala namang effects of business, we call it neutral. And then if it's just an honest question, we call that a functional. My homework for you, tingnan nyo lahat ng kind of engagement that you're getting from your customers. Gumawa kayo ng Excel sheet with 4 pillars, plus i-divide nyo how many positive, negative, neutral, and functional questions you're getting. Why is this helpful? Because it can help you shape how you talk to your customers. And that's part of your brand identity. Apple talks to people para siyang sobrang professional, creative expert. Whereas when you think about Coke, the way it talks to people, diba, parang kaibigan, parang barkada. And that's by design because they understand what sort of engagement they are getting from their customers. This is, again, not an overnight exercise. Kailangan nyo talagang tingnan every single kind of comment or engagement you're getting from your customers. Pero once you have all of that listed out, you can see ano ba yung reaction ng tao sa inyo. How should you approach them? Kung sobrang daming positive reaction, then you can afford to be a bit more friendly with your customers. Pero kung sobrang negative naman, kailangan you're a bit more careful, reassuring, yung tono umiiba. Depende on the kind of engagement you're getting from your customers. So this 3 points is actually part of a 4-day masterclass that I give on NAS Academy. So I hope may natutunan kayo over the last 10 or 12 minutes. Next slide, please. If you have any additional or follow-up questions, please feel free, reach out to me on LinkedIn. Nagbibigay din ako ng mga marketing content there on LinkedIn. And yeah, I'll see you sa Q&A. Hopefully may natutunan po kayo. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much, Jason, for that very informal talk. And of course, that very informative talk. And of course, I'd like to encourage everyone to raise questions later para dun sa mga gusto mag-put up ng business or the ones who already have businesses and then you want to improve how your business is seen or how your business is portrayed. This is the time that you can really ask questions that can help you personally with your business. Okay? All right. And I really loved what our speaker talked about, diba? He really mentioned so many great points about the best way to portray your brand to the public, to the customer, and really how to shape your brand in a way that a lot of people will really appreciate it. And you can also connect with your customer in so many different ways. Okay, so we're going to discuss that further later sa ating Q&A session. Okay, so now that we have heard from Jason, it is now time for us to stretch our backs and relax with a game. Okay, all right, who is excited for the game? Let me know in the chat box. I'm ready. I want to play the game. So actually, if you were early, you actually got a chance to try out the game that we have. Wow, Angeline, ready. Okay, good luck to you. Okay, so this game is called Kahoot. So here are the game mechanics. So we're going to be flashing the mechanics on screen. So all you have to do is to go to kahoot.it on your device. Enter the unique game pin shown on the screen to join the game, and the unique pins will be sent in the chat box as well later on. So all you have to do is to create a username using your complete name during the game. So complete name is first name and last name. Okay, so once again, your complete name is your first name and last name. So once all the players have joined, the game will begin with a countdown. Okay, and then you get to answer the questions on your device within the given time limit. I believe you have 30 seconds to answer each question. So points are awarded for correct answers, and the player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. Actually, the top 3 players with the top 3 scores will win our prize. Okay, and during the game, you can see your rank and score on a leaderboard displayed on screen. So here's a little hint. Some words are related to Converge or are relevant to the topics of today's event. Now remember, the faster you answer the questions correctly, the higher your points. Okay, so for our prizes, it will be 3 winners who will receive 500 pesos worth of Lazada vouchers each. Okay, all right, so now actually if you look at the chat box, we already put the link. This is a direct link to kahoot.it. Okay, and in just a moment we will be showing you. Okay, so there you go, we have our game pin. Okay, so this is the pin you're going to type so that you can join our game. There you go. So the game pin is 6639709. Okay, so it's there on screen, 6639709. So we already have Henry. Okay, so Henry and Ange, please don't forget to use your first name and your last name. Okay, so we need your full names para kung nanalo kayo, alam na alam namin kung sino yung nanalo. Okay, so don't forget, use your first name and your last name. Okay, wow, so many people joining. Oy, gusto ko to. Whole name talaga. Okay, wow, we have some nice names here. Quindelit Laab. Cute names. So we also have we have Jedrick Padilla. Pardilla. Akala ko Padilla. Okay, I love it. So most of you are already putting your first name and your last names, but for the ones who haven't yet, please don't forget, we need your full, complete name. Okay, full na complete pa. Yan. So full and complete name, we need your first name and your last name. Okay, so I'll just go through the mechanics one more time para gets nyo na. So first, you have to go to the website kahoot.it. Okay, and also we have a link on the screen. There you go, so you can actually click that and then you will be automatically brought to kahoot.it. And then we also have it in the chat box, so kahoot.it. Okay, so just go to that website on the device you're using. So enter the unique game pin, so that is the game pin on screen, 6639709. And then the unique pin is also here in our chat box. And then you get to create a username using your complete name. So your complete name would be the first name and the last name. Okay, so once everyone has joined, we will start the game with a countdown. And for this one, all you have to do is to answer questions on your device within the given time limit. You are given 30 seconds per question, okay? And remember, the faster you answer, the higher your points, okay? And points are awarded for correct answers. And the players, actually the top 3 players with the highest scores at the end of the game wins our prizes, okay? Now, during the game, you can also see your rank and score on the leaderboard displayed on screen, okay? All right, so let's see, is everyone joined? There you go. So here in the chat box, we have kahoot.it. Okay. Okay, so all right, so we see that some of you are using 6639709 as your username. That is actually the game pin. So for your username, please put your first and your last name, okay? All right, so first and last name is your username. Okay. Okay, so you have to make sure that you use your full name that you registered here with us so that when we give the prizes for the winners, we give it to the right person. Ayan, baka mamaya mali pala yung name na linagay nyo or iba yung name. So paano namin mabibigay yung prize nyo? Okay? Alright, so ang daming nagjo-join. Wow, okay. Okay, so it looks like some still are not using their whole name. So please use your complete name. We need the first name and the last name. And please use the name na na-register nyo dito for our Converge event. Ayan. So we have Jaya, Bongbong. Oh, lahat ng names nyo babasahin ko. Joke lang. Okay. So hopefully all of you have joined. It's very, very easy. We actually there's a lot of ways to join. So you can click the link on the top part of the screen, or you can type kahoot.it, or you can just click it here from our chat box. That's kahoot.it. And then to join this room, you should enter the game pin. That's 6639709. Okay, and then once you are in, don't forget that your username is your whole name, your first and your last name. Okay, okay, we hope that everyone is joining. Okay. I love how in the chat box you're also putting your first and your last name. But please use that as your username. Okay, are you all ready? I feel like you're all ready. Okay, it is now time to play Kahoot. Okay, it seems like everyone has joined. Okay, so now let us begin our game. So let us bring out the countdown. Yes, let us play. Hello, Roy Corpus. Yes, no, yes. Let's play. 3, 2, 1. First question is, this is difficult to be described, but we instinctively know what it is. So this is something that is difficult to describe, but we instinctively know what it is. Is it marketing? Is it brand? Is it PR? Or is it news? Okay, you have 12 seconds left to figure out your answer. And remember, the faster you answer, the higher your score. Okay, so let's see. If you know the answer, just make a guess. You never know, it could be correct. All right, and the answer is brand. Okay, and let's see our leaderboard. Sino kaya yung leading ngayon? Yes, and our number 1 player so far is Rhea Millet. Wow, okay, so let's see. Our next question is... What does UVP stand for? Is it unique value proposition, unique value position, unique virtual proposition, or unique value proposal? Okay, so this is something that our speaker actually covered earlier. So he mentioned this in his talk. Okay, please remember that all the answers will only be counted if it is in the Kahoot game. So if you answer on the chat box, sadly, that is not going to be considered. And the answer is unique value proposition. And let's see who the new leaderboards, who is on the leaderboard now. Ooh, new score. So we have Angeline Oteza on top. All right, so let's see the next question. Right, the next one, we have more questions. Oh, so you can select multiple answers. What are the two things that you should identify to develop a content plan? So pick two answers. Topics, themes, and issues that are controversial. Topics, themes, and issues that your audience is interested in. Topics, themes, and issues that you are good at. Or topics, themes, and issues that are simply relevant. Okay, so we need two answers. So please pick your top two choices. And let's see who will end up on top. Okay, so you actually have 6 questions in total. So this will be our halfway point. And the answer is the blue and the yellow. So let's see who will be in our leaderboard. I'm sure the scores will change. So there you go. Now we have Don Magsino leading in number 1. Okay, so let's see what the next question is. So we have question number 4. All right. In the hierarchy of content messaging, what is the third step? Okay. Is it what you want to say? Is it how you want to say it? Or is it why you want to say it? Or is it when to say it? Wow, third step. Okay, so let's see which one is the correct answer. Wow, so far a lot of you have actually answered this already. Okay, so for this one, there's only one answer. And the answer is what you want to say. Okay, and let's see who got this one correctly. The new leader, the new top scorer is EEDGC. Oh my. How will we give you your prize if you win? EEDGC, if ever you win, we are not quite sure how to give you your prize. Yeah. Okay, please let us know in the chat box what your whole name is, EEDGC. Okay, so let's see. Our 5th question is, which is not one of the correct 4 engagement themes. Okay, is it neutral, neither good nor bad, functional, solve an issue quickly, positive, good for you and your brand, chaotic, bad for you and your brand? All right, so pick which of these is not one of the correct 4 engagement themes. Okay, so we have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and 0. And the answer is chaotic, bad for you and your brand. So let's see who is now leading on our scoreboard. Okay, let's see. Oh, and it is still EEDGC. Our mystery top scorer. Okay, next, our last and final question for today. Let us see what it is. Okay, what you should not think about when identifying your UVP. Okay, what is it that you should not think about when you're identifying your UVP? Think about a way to emulate others' branding. Think about the pain points or challenges your audience experiences. Think about your brand, the product, or the service. Think about a way to reframe an existing problem or issue. Okay, so we are looking for the one thing that you should not think about. Okay, and the answer is think about a way to emulate others' branding. Yeah, so that's something that you should not do. Okay, so let us see who our winners today will be. Let's see our top 3 scorers. In 3rd place, we have Florence Benedy. 2nd place, we have Don Magsino. And our 1st placer is EEDGC. All right. Okay, so for EEDGC, since this is not a real name, kindly let us know in the chat box what your whole name is. Okay, just so we can give you your prizes. But of course, for Don Magsino and Florence Benedy, definitely we know who you are. We can easily give you your prizes. Okay, so remember our top 3 scorers. You also actually get 500 Lazada vouchers each. Isn't that exciting? So congratulations to all of our winners of the game. I hope that you were all freshened up by our game, and thank you of course to everyone for participating. So for our number 1 scorer, EEDGC, please don't forget to let us know who you are, what is your whole name, so that we can give you your prizes. Okay, and speaking of prizes and something special, we actually have a special promo for today where those who apply during today's event event will get free installation service. O, diba? What a great deal. So interested applicants must fill out the application form and submit requirements within 7 days to avail of the free installation promo. So you guys must be part of the registration database to qualify. Now, for viewers who are interested to apply for Converge Internet, we will also be discussing more details later sa ating breakout session. So please express your intent to apply and ask your queries to our Converge representatives in our breakout session. Also, a reminder that we have a feedback form that we encourage everyone to answer right after the program. So the one with the most winning feedback gets to win 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. And stay tuned for the raffle after the breakout session because we still have 5,000 total worth of Lazada vouchers to be given away later on. Kaya abangan nyo yan mamaya. Also, don't forget that we are on Facebook, so you can like and follow our Facebook page. That's Converge for SME for more business tips and updates. And again, I'd just like to remind everyone present in the Zoom to please rename yourselves in Zoom to your registered full name so we can recognize you. Please be reminded as well to mute your microphone to avoid unnecessary noise during the program. And if you need any assistance with this, you may chat with any of our co-hosts in the Zoom or simply type your questions in the chat box. All right? Okay, so now let us hear stories naman from our satisfied customers of how Converge helped them boost their business. Everyone, let's watch this.
Hi, I'm Mike Basa, owner of Max Resto Bar and Billiards. We always dreamt of having a business and sabi nga namin, yung gusto naming maging negosyo. Well, yung business-minded talaga between me and my wife is yung wife ko. So, siya talaga yung nag-push and nag-influence sa akin to have business. Bar-goer kasi kami ng wife ko. So, every week talagang nag-chill kami sa mga bars. So, when we decided to put up a business, we thought of why not magtayo tayo ng sarili nating bar. Kung pinag-uusapan namin itong business, we thought of we really need a good internet. Kasi everything is cloud-based na eh. Like our POS is cloud-based, our CCTVs are cloud-based. So we want something na talagang makapag-provide sa amin ng consistent internet connection. And we believe Converge can provide that to us. Try to imagine you're operating tapos disconnect ka sa CCTV mo, no? And POS mo na cloud-based din. And likewise, yung nagpa-perform kasi we usually play contents through the internet, no? Mga singers namin, sounds, everything, all comes online, no? From the internet. So for us, very critical and very risky yung pagpili ng tamang provider. I'm Mike Basa, owner of Max Resto Bar and Billiards. We are all SMEs.
Wow, thank you, Max Resto Bar and Billiards. Wow, parang ganda talaga pumunta sa bar na yun, no? And you know, I'm sure marami sa inyo may questions for all the information presented today. So that is why we are now going to proceed with our Q&A session. So you may type in your questions in our chat box. And if you have any questions, now is the time to ask them. And for this segment, we will have our speaker to answer your queries. So let us welcome back on screen, Mr. Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, how are you doing today? Are you ready for all our questions?
Yeah, I think I've been given a heads up na maraming questions, so I'm excited. Q&A is always my favorite kasi practical siya for the attendees.
Yes, this is really the time that you can ask very personal questions specifically about your business, and then you'll get answers directly from the expert himself. All right, so let's start. So the first question is, how do we know if our branding is good and working? So is there a way to measure effectiveness? Quite a good question.
That's a really good question. Okay, so from an SME's perspective, I'm assuming na hindi naman kayo magbabayad ng like branding studies from third-party companies. So an easy way to realize whether or not your branding is working is if you ask your customers, you know, parang are they happy with your branding? Are they recognizing you easily? If my other products na kind of the same as you, ikaw ba yung pipiliin? I think that's a very good gauge. Always ask your customers whether or not the branding is working for them. Another way you can do it is a very simple survey. After somebody buys from you, lalo na if online or e-commerce, ask opinions. Parang did they like the branding? Is it memorable? Is it easy to notice? And then mga yes no lang para mabilis.
Yeah, those are really great suggestions. Actually, the customer is the one you're trying to gain an audience with. So as long as they understand your
Always.
branding and it resonates with them, then definitely that's a good sign. Okay, so we have a question from Angeline. She said, does branding have an impact on business growth and profitability?
Oh, 100%. That's a really good question. I get asked that all the time as well, both in my day job and in my consulting business. Good brands are almost always more profitable than their competitors. Think in any category, di ba? Parang the first brand that you can name is usually the market leader. Right now, let's play a game. You don't have to answer it, but just think about it. If I say a category, what's the first brand that pops up in your mind? Okay, ready? We're gonna play this game. Car brands. 3, 2, 1. I'm very sure more than half of you thought about Toyota
Yeah, I
because
thought
they have
about
a
that. Yeah.
yeah, they have a very strong branding. Okay, second category. If I say brand of shoes or sneakers, sports shoes. 3, 2, 1. You probably thought about Nike, right? Because they're very strong brands. See, this is a very simple game to see whether or not your branding has an effect on your business. And guess what? Nike is a market leader. Toyota is a market leader, at least from an Asia or Philippines perspective. So building a strong brand almost always is connected to business performance because of a very simple marketing funnel. If people know na you exist, awareness, yung number of customers that you have is usually more. Diba? People have to know who you are first before they can buy your product. So good branding is almost always equals good business.
Yeah, that's really great advice, actually. Okay, so let's see. Our next question is from Dawn. Good afternoon, Sir Jason and Miss Addie. What is one vital advice that you can give to a new SME owner?
Ooh, great one. I registered my business in 2019, so I think I can come from this from a very personal level. The first thing that I did was identify who is my actual target market. Kasi I teach marketing. So there are a lot of marketing courses out there, pero I noticed na karamihan it's really for businesses. I also teach kasi for B2B. Yung napansin ko is there's not enough people who are practicing marketing, teaching it to SMEs. So the program that I set out to create for my own courses is really for SMEs, which is why for 2 years I was very active with DTI. Where we're teaching SMEs on how to get into digital marketing, and that's probably why I'm also here spending time with you today. So identifying your actual target market is super important. That's a very good first step to do. And I only really thought about branding siguro around a year and a half ago because some schools and some programs wanted to create ads for me. So I had to think about branding. But aside from that, your target market and what's the problem that you're trying to solve? Now, on that note, I have an important piece of advice. Whenever you think of a problem that you're solving, it doesn't have to be yung mga malalaking problem, diba? Cure cancer, solve world hunger. It doesn't have to be that kind of problem. Simple problems like mahina internet ko today, which is what our host Converge diba, is trying to address. Or internet is very expensive in this country. That's another problem that they can address with free installation. It helps out your customers. Think about a problem. Again, doesn't have to be big. And if you can solve it with your product or your service, that's usually a very good first step.
Okay, great. Thank you for the advice. So our next question is from Colleen. So how do we do an engagement plan?
An engagement plan is very simple, very easy to do. You start with what I shared earlier. Identify ano yung klaseng engagement that you get. Positive, negative, neutral, or functional. Once you have a list of this, matrabaho siya, I have to admit, matrabaho siya. But once you have this list, you're able to now figure out, okay, kung positive, how do I reply to this? The goal for positive comment is kailangan ma-continue yung conversation. For negative, the objective is to solve it as fast as possible. Don't delete negative comments. That's my biggest advice. Don't delete them. address them publicly para other customers can see na nag-effort ka to actually answer the response. For neutral and functional engagement, try to address them as fast as possible. Ito yung mga HM po sis, di ba? Or avail pa po ba? Yan yung mga ganyang functional question. Don't ignore them. Just answer them as fast as you can. And your engagement plan will be shaped depending on the kind of engagement you're getting. So for example, when I was handling Philippine Airlines, the number one question is about baggage. Like, ilang kilo ba ng baggage yung pwedeng dalhin? It's so easy to make an FAQ that every time somebody asks that, hindi namin i-ignore. My team will literally copy-paste the answer, put it in the comment, and guess what? The answer of the flyer will be, maraming salamat, thank you for responding, buti pa kayo nagre-reply. Mga ganon. That's always nice to see. So start with identifying what are the engagement that you're getting as a business.
Actually, it's a really good suggestion as well. And you can even use that as future content. So if a lot of people
Exactly.
are asking about baggage size, weight, you can just create so many posts about it and maybe
Exactly.
stop asking
Exactly.
about it also. And
They will
then-
never stop asking, but at least ready na yung content.
That's true. Or maybe when they just see the homepage, it's enough already. So our next
Yeah.
question is from Dawn. So what is one mistake or error that you have done in your business that you can share so
Ooh.
we can also avoid it? Wow, learning from
Okay.
your mistakes.
Yeah, and mistakes are always the best place to learn. My biggest mistake was when I created a course for a school that was too long. So I created a course that would last around 3 weeks. And then yung attendees, sorry, it was for 5 weeks pala. I did it for a school, for a college here in the Philippines. Kasi nung they started virtual learning, diba? All the courses are online. I created this 5-week course, and yung first 2 weeks ko, I would say 90% attendance. And then nung third week and fourth week, parang 50% na lang. Tapos nung fifth week, and yung pa yung pinaka-importante kasi final marketing plan yun, I would say mga 25% na lang ng students ko natira. So I realized na my target market, even though they are in college, they are entrepreneurial students. Ang dami lang nangyayari sa buhay nila. They're very busy. So I have to adjust it accordingly. So after that, when I create courses for schools or for DTI or for NAS Academy, my courses are 2 days long, yung mga tipong 4 hours today and then 4 hours tomorrow. And I realized na dun mas na-appreciate yung laman ng marketing courses ko. I even have a course on NAS Academy that was just 1 hour long. Sobrang crash course, no time for Q&A. It's really watch it, and if you want to repeat something, rewind mo na lang yung video so that you learn. So it's really designed for very busy people. So that's where I learned na, hey, you know what? My target market are actually real entrepreneurs, real business owners who do not have the time to sit and watch me talk for 5 weeks. Diba? Parang that's so boring.
Yeah, that makes sense actually. And it's good that you actually adjusted your product after seeing how it affected your customers as well. Okay, so we have
optimization. Keyword yan sa digital marketing, optimization.
Yeah, for sure. So the next question is from Jedrick. How do you measure investing in complementary service if your brand really needs those or not? Let's say you are an SME in hospitality market, so apartments and hostels, and considering for additional internet provider or expanding parking spaces to your check-in package.
Oh, that's a good one. When I get consulted on adding on services for a business, my answer is always, what is your incremental value na ini-expect nyo from this business? So that's a good one. For example, yung parking. If you increase by your parking lot size, is the investment parang will it generate more customers or will you just attract people na naghahabol ng free parking? Diba? So you have to do a study on for every car that parks in your business, how much value does it deliver for your business? Let's pretend you're a restaurant, you have 10 parking slots. For every car that parks, their total bill order is 10,000 pesos. Diba? So that's 100,000 bucks for 10 parking slots. So if you increase that, dapat you're getting another X amount of money for your parking slot. But if not, then maybe you don't have to add a parking slot. So for your internet, for example, if you have an X number of Mbps, but then you want to increase it, maybe that doesn't generate actual ROI peso to peso, pero yung ROI mo in terms of customer satisfaction could be higher. Satisfied customers, scientifically proven, are more likely to either come back or recommend you to their friends and family. So that's what I would suggest. Consider how many recommendations you get from current customers, or maybe how many times they leave a positive review about your hotel or your hospitality, or maybe it's a restaurant, because of your faster internet. So your investment doesn't have to be revenue generating, it could be revenue protecting. That's another way to think about it. Can you keep your current customers happier than if they move to a different company because you're providing these extra levels of service? And in the long run, the answer is probably going to be yes. Think about it how airlines do it. Airlines, especially if you fly on a higher tier airline, diba, you get the meals included in the ticket. You have something. You might in my airline. I have a favorite airline. They give pajamas for long haul flights. It doesn't cost the airline any more money, diba, to give pajamas. Pero for a flyer, ang laking difference on, and look, I'm talking to you about them now. I always tell my friends, ito yung favorite airline namin. So may Wi-Fi pa for 1 hour. So may little add-ons that make your customers feel very happy for not a lot of investment on your part. I suggest you actually do them.
Okay, those are really good. I think what you're talking about, those little touches that only
The
the
little
customer,
touches, yeah.
yeah, would really appreciate a lot. So for our next question, when should a business update their branding? Gaano kadalas, or can they just stick to it?
Oh, that's a tough one because I can give you two examples of branding that's, withstood the test of time but also failed spectacularly. And I always go back to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's branding has pretty much stayed the same for over 100 years, diba? Parang it's the same cursive Coca-Cola, pero they found a way to make it more modern. So I would say that's very successful. But in 1985, was it? They tried to be clever and just called their product New Coke without really doing any market research. This is famous among marketing people kasi sobrang bumagsak yung stock value ng Coke. Because people apparently love the original branding. There's no reason to change the font. There's no reason to change the formula. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ika nga, diba? So they have that very long-term thinking, but also for 1 year in their history, parang they tried to be too clever, change their branding, and it didn't work. So if you're asking as an SME, when do you change or when do you update or refresh your branding? My professional recommendation is don't even think about it. You are currently an SME getting getting your feet wet in this landscape of business. Think about building your customer base first, building that brand, right? Stronger brand, creating that love for your brand before you even think about refreshing your actual branding. That's the least of your concerns at this point in your business.
Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. And also keep in mind as well that if your business is also changing and then suddenly the goals are different, the vision is different, then I guess that
Absolutely.
makes sense that your branding changes as well. But it's so true what you said. If it's not broke, don't break it, right?
Don't fix it.
So for the last question, this is from Jose. His question is, in the digital age, how has branding changed? Paano kami makaka-adapt?
I think branding is agnostic of whether or not traditional or digital because it's the same concept device. How do people perceive your brand? If I name brands, if I say Seiko, you think affordable Japanese watches. If I say Rolex, you're gonna think premium Swiss, handmade even or handcrafted. That's branding, right? Whether or not that happens in traditional media or digital media, it's the same thing. What I would say though is that digital is giving SMEs a big advantage because now you can reach people, millions if you need to, with a click of a button. With one post, my possibility for your content to reach the whole country. With one click of a button, there's an opportunity for you to boost your content to reach Filipinos in Italy or in Germany or in the US. So I think digital is making SMEs more powerful. It doesn't change how branding works. It just makes your branding more visible to as many people as possible. So I want you to start thinking about digital as an opportunity. I call it a force multiplier. And that's a term used a lot in marketing, force multiplier. With with limited resources, ang laki-laki ng impact na possible because of digital. Think about all the brands that really blew up because of TikTok over the last 2 years. A lot of us, for sure, bumili na from brands na nakita natin on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. And that's a good example of digital helping out the smaller players, diba? Digital helping out the little guys.
Yeah, that's true. And it's also free, right? So that's
mostly free. I wouldn't say it's completely free because it takes your time. It takes it. No, not necessarily. I like to think as an SME, diba? I think of my time as a resource, my effort. So it's not necessarily free, pero syempre, it's much more affordable versus renting a billboard or putting a print ad.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
well,
correct.
that was actually our last question. So before we wrap up our Q&A segment, do you have any last pieces of advice, or how do we sign up for NAS Academy? Let us know.
Sure. My last piece of advice for SMEs, don't overthink it. Yung mga students ko kasi sa DTI, sobrang ina-overthink nila yung branding nila, down to may isang spicy tuyo brand that reached out to me for over 3 months kasi ina-overthink niya yung logo sa label. And I'm like, hindi bibili ng tao yung spicy tuyo nyo for your label. They're gonna buy it because you're easy to buy and your product is good. So make it easy and accessible. So they started selling their spicy tuyo and offering yung Lala Move kasama na sa, if you order like a bulk, then sila na magpapalala Move. So okay yung negosyo nila, taga Batangas sila. So I think don't overthink it is my last advice. Syempre, you've seen a lot over the deck. And next week, I think makikita ko kayo ulit for more practical advice. In terms of my other courses, yeah, feel free to go to NAS Academy PH. My course ako doon, just sign up. My course is the cheapest course in the entire NAS Academy universe. And that's by design. Kasi my promise to myself is, also as a small business owner, gusto ko yung knowledge na to is accessible to also small business owners. So my course is, you'll see it. It's literally the most affordable course on NAS Academy. And yeah, hopefully you join one of the, I think by now I've had a few hundred students already on the course. And if you want, just mga casual advice on business, follow me on LinkedIn. I always reply on LinkedIn. Yeah, don't be shy.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Jason, for that. And that wraps up our Q&A segment. So thank you very much for joining us for this today, Jason. So we are now going to move on to our breakout sessions. And with this, we have our facilitators to lead each breakout room. So we have our representatives here who will be answering your queries today. So feel free to ask questions as we put each of you in your respective breakout rooms. But before that, we'd like to remind the winner of our game. I believe the name was EEDC. Okay, yes. So nobody knows who you are, your first name, your last name, and we would like to give you your prize. So please let us know in the chat box what your whole name is so that we can give you your Lazada vouchers. All right. So now, everyone, we will be inviting you to your breakout rooms. So please accept the invitation that pops up on your screen, and you can proceed by clicking join. Now, if you missed the prompt, all you have to do is to look for the breakout session icon below and click on the room that you would like to join. And when time is up, we will be closing the breakout room and you will automatically be brought back here to our main room. And just after the breakout session, don't leave yet because we will be having our raffle draw. Okay, and we will be raffling off prizes for today, and you can be one of our lucky winners. Okay, so don't forget to just stay in this room, don't forget to just wait, and then you will end up back in our main room. Okay, so let us start with our breakout session, everyone. So have a great breakout session, and we will see all of you back here in the main room for our raffle draw. Enjoy.
When I'm gone, I'm never really gone. You think you're moving on, but it won't be for long. You'll see when I'm gone, I'm never really gone. You think you're moving on, but no one's gonna feel like me on top of you, touch you like I do. No, you'll never forget. When I'm gone, I'm never really gone. You think you're moving on, but no one's gonna feel like mesmerized, though. Finally corner there, your hands in my hair, finally with it so wide. Saying you got a flight, need an early night, no, don't go yet. Dress for a little drama, and I bet that you think that you know, but you don't, baby, come to mama. I get what I want when I want, and get how I wanna, and I want you, baby, gotta get you, baby. If I imagine myself inside in the room with platinum and gold eyes, dancing, catch your eye, you'll be mesmerized, though. Finally corner there, your hands in my hair, finally with it so wide. Saying you got a flight, need an early night, no, don't go yet. like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this. You know how to just make me wonder why you're calling at 11:30 when you only wanna do me dirty. But I hit right back 'cause you got that, yeah. Why you always wanna act like lovers, but you never wanna be each other's. I say don't look back, but I go right back and all of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. Every time that I say I'm gonna walk away, you turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this. You know how to just make me want you. Turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. You got me in a tight grip. You know how to just make me want you, baby. Do you love it when you keep me guessing, and you leave and then you leave me stressing, But I can't stay mad when you walk like that home. Why you always wanna act like lovers, but you never wanna be each other's. I said don't look back, but I go right back. And all of a sudden I'm hypnotized. You're the one that I can't deny. Every time that I sing I'm gonna walk away, you turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this. You know how to just make me want you. Turn me on like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. You got me in a tight grip. You know how to just make me want you, baby. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Show me how you do. Like a light switch when you're moving your body around and around. Now I don't wanna fight this. You know how to just make me wonder. Galaxy and I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating, 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 Come on, dance with me. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way we are. I feel like we're forever every time we together, but whatever, let's get lost on Mars. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. Thumb if you way, we're renegading. I got you, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight, you're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. Dance with me. Dance. Come on, dance with me. Come on, dance with me. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me take you for a ride. I'm levitating. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. My bad habits lead to late nights and then alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use. It's true, my bad habits lead to you. Every pure intention ends when the good times start. Falling over everything to reach the first time spark. It started under neon lights and then it all got dark. I only know how to go too far. My bad habits lead to late nights and then alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use. It's true, my bad habits lead to you. Lead the one. You lead the one. You lead the one. You lead habits lead to you. Lead the one. You lead the one. You lead the one. Bad habits lead to you. Lead the one. You lead the one. You lead the one. You lead habits lead to you. Lead the one. You lead the one. You lead the one. We took the long way round and burned till the fun ran out. Now my bad habits lead to late nights and then alone conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our main room. And thank you so much to our dear representatives for taking the time to join us today. Now, I hope you guys learned a lot and enjoyed our breakout sessions. Now, we have come to the most awaited part of our program, the raffle draw. Okay, so here are the mechanics for our raffle draw. You must be present here in our main room to qualify for the raffle. And if you see your names appear on screen, you may type here or present in the chat box so that we can see you. If not, we will have to redraw and pick a new possible winner. Okay, so the winners have to be here in our main room so that you can get your prizes. Okay, clear na clear ba yung ating instructions? Please let us know in the chat box na clear po siya. Na-gets nyo na yung ating instructions. Okay, also a reminder that your names in Zoom should be renamed to your registered full names so we can recognize you. Okay, so we need your first name and your last name. Okay, all right, so I won't keep you guys waiting any longer. Are you ready? Yan, let me know in the chat box if you are ready. Game na. Start na tayo ng raffle. Okay, now for the first raffle draw, we are going to be giving away 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers to one lucky winner. Okay, I'm sure you're all so excited for this. Ayan, there in the chat box. Ang daming ready na. Okay, so let's bring out our wheel of names. There you go. Okay, so now let us pick the winner of 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. Grabe, sana akin na lang to pang shopping. Pwede rin bumili ng pagkain. The winner is Joanne Bulda. Yes, kagacha, absent daw siya. Okay, so let's see who is our next possible winner. Okay. So remember, you still have to be here in our main room para manalo. And the winner is Annalyn Garita. Wow. Absent daw siya. Okay, let's pick the next possible winner. So this winner will actually get 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. Ayan, so let's see. And the winner is Ken Eric Elijah Lim. Wow. Full name. Ken Eric Elijah Lim.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Ken Eric Elijah Lim, we know that you are here. We know that you're in this Zoom. So please let us know na nakikinig ka. Please type in the chat box that you are here, that you are present. So calling Ken Eric Elijah Lim. Grabe, ang ganda ng name mo. Ken Eric Elijah Lim, if you are here, please let us know in the chat box that you are here and that you are present. Okay. So let us give Ken Eric Elijah Lim 10 seconds. What do you think? Okay. So Ken Eric Elijah Lim, you have 10 seconds to chat in the chat box that you are here. Okay. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, sorry. Now we're going to be picking the next possible winner. Yung nakikinig naman. So let's see who our next possible winner is. And the winner is Ruelito Linang. Wow, Ruelito. Ay, absent daw siya. Okay, so let's pick our next possible winner. Let's see. So yung mga nanonood ngayon, may chance pa rin kayo. So let's see. And the next winner is Angelica Ignacio. Angelica Ignacio. Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, ang bilis, Angelica. Yes, you are here. Congratulations. You just won 1,000 Lazada vouchers for you. Yes, congratulations. So next up will be our major prize. 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers to one lucky winner. Okay, so let's see. Bring out the wheel of names. So who will our winner be? Grabe, 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. Ang dami mong mabibili with 3,000. Grabe, pang shopping. Pwedeng bilhin. And the winner is Claire Valencia! Yes! Ay, absent daw si Claire. Ang ganda pa naman ng pag-introduce ko kay Claire. Okay, on next, let's pick our next possible winner. Okay, let's spin that wheel. Okay. Uy, ngayon ko lang na-notice yung comment ni Andrea. And the winner is Marie Antoinette Parado. Wow, ang cute ng name mo. Marie Antoinette Parado. Okay, absent daw siya. Okay, on next possible winner. By the way, Angelica Ignacio, ang cute ng comment mo. I'm here, oh my God. Yes, girl, congrats to you. You won 1,000. Okay, and the winner is Jerry Lingbawan. Jerry Lingbawan. Ay, absent daw siya. Okay, next possible winner. And the winner of 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers is Herminio Jr. Langbayan. Wow, grabe. Pilipinong-Pilipino talaga yung mga names nyo. Ay absent daw siya. Okay, next possible winner. Let's see. Oh, grabe yung suspense for 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. Okay, and the winner is Miley Tangkos. Absent daw. Okay, let's see. Next possible winner. Grabe, 3,000. Parang walang gusto. Okay, and the winner is Antoinette Narvaez. Antoinette Narvaez. Yes, congratulations to Antoinette Narvaez. We know you are still here. Okay. Oh, wow, ang bilis! Present na present. Okay, congratulations to you. Antoinette Narvaez, you just won 3,000 worth of Lazada vouchers. All right. Wow. Ay, grabe naman. Intense. Intense yun. So congratulations to all of our raffle winners. So a Converge representative will send you an email within 24 hours to give you details on how you can claim your prizes. And of course, the winner of the last 1,000 worth of Lazada vouchers is the one with the most winning feedback. So we encourage everyone to answer our feedback form right after this event. We'd like to get everyone's feedback and insight, so please do answer the feedback form. Scan this QR code flashing on screen, and our team will be screening all your feedback, and you will receive an email from our Converge representative if you've won the 1,000 prize. Okay? Wow, that was a jam-packed program. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's event as much as I have. We also have a very special promo for today, where those who apply during today's event will get free installation service. O, diba? What a great deal. 5,000 peso savings rin yung makukuha nyo if you get free installation, and interested applicants must fill out the application form and submit requirements within 7 days to avail of the free installation promo. So you must be part of the registration database to qualify. Now, for viewers who are interested to apply for Converge Internet, please feel free to reach out to our Converge representatives. And don't forget that we are on Facebook. You can like and follow our Facebook page. That's Converge for SME for more business tips and updates. So there you go. We have now come to the end part of our program. And as we have all learned today, as times change, more and more avenues for us to expand our businesses will continue to arise, which is why it's so important to innovate and provide new ways to stay connected. One thing that will never change, however, is our need for steady connection. And with Converge, we could help you maintain constant communication with your audience, continuous creation and consumption of content, while providing you immediate support for your needs. Thank you again for joining us today here at Converge Let's Talk flexiBIZness. Once again, I'm Addie, and I had such a great time with all of you today, and I hope you also enjoyed being with us, and I hope you learned a lot as well. So thank you very much. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye.